So, what is happiness? Is it you playing the favorite sport that you like? Is it you eating the most delicious food that you think it's super delicious? Is it you seeing your mom? Is it you loving your mom? Is it when your mother just hold you and look you in the eyes and then gives you that sweet little kiss on your forehead? Is it the way that your father make you feel safe? Is it the way that your father make you feel that he got your back even when he dies? Is it the way that you have this kind of weird bond, this kind of impossible bond to have with anybody else except your one colleague? Is it the feeling of when you just score that last minute goal on the field? Is it that feeling of achieving a thing? Is it that feeling of getting what you want or achieving what you would like to achieve from a year or two? Well, happiness has a lot of meaning. Happiness doesn't go under one thing except self-satisfaction. Happiness is when you unconsciously smile. It's not only when you smile, it's also when your heart smiles. It's when you feel that you finally found that reason, that one thing, that you're supposed to be living for, that purpose, that goal to achieve, that point to go to, that things that just keep you going on and on. That's called happiness. Even though life will keep putting you down, shutting you down, just giving you her back, not giving you her hand, you still sometimes feel happy. Even though you don't know what really happiness is for you, you don't really understand the meaning of happiness, even though you don't really realize what's the importance of being truly happy, not just faking it, not just putting out that smile just to let people think that you have a good life, that you're living fine all by yourself. So, no matter how many times life beats you down, you stand up because you deserve it. Once a professor started his class with putting up a $20 box, and then he asked, who would like these $20? All the students raised their hand. All of them, the 200 students raised their hand. Then he folded the paper to two and just asked again, who would like to take these $200 box? And all of the 200 students kept raising their hand. He then took the paper and put it in the form of a ball and hold it like that. And then he said, who would like to take these $200 box? Still, all their hands were up. So he then threw the paper down and crushed it with his legs and just make it look so dirty. And then hold it up again and unfold it and said, and now who would like to take this $20 box? Still, all the students had their hands up. And then he said, this is our lesson today that we learned. No matter how much I kept crushing this paper or making it look bad, it still has its value. It's still a $20 box that could buy you many things. Just like you, no matter how many times life crushes you, and no matter how many times life puts you down, no matter how many times life turns its backs on you, or you feel down or you feel lost, you still have your value, you still have your goal, you still have your importance in life. You can't give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself, because you'll always have that value, that special value, that value that no one ever has. Everyone has his own value, everyone has his own purpose, and never give up on it, because if God didn't give up on it, then you shouldn't give up on it. And Jim Carrey, the famous actor, once said, I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dream of, so they can see that it's not the answer. When I first read this quote, I didn't realize what it means, but then I knew that he was talking about being happy, because it's not about being famous, it's not about being rich, it's not about being able to buy everything you want, it's not about being able to achieve everything you want, it's about being happy. It's happiness is always found inside you. Happiness is ain't anywhere except inside you, except inside yourself. It's just crazy how we keep going out, keep trying to explore, and keep trying to find happiness anywhere, any place, in school, with our friends, in restaurants, in trips, in other countries, on phone calls, on chats, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, on Snapchat, on anything. Happiness ain't there. Was always inside you. It's that feeling. It's that feeling when, after a long day of work, after a long day of being out with your friends, after a long day of school, when you go back home, and then you feel that one thing inside you, you feel that relaxation, you feel that inner satisfaction, that you feel that you're safe. This is called happiness. This is called true happiness. Happiness has always been inside you. Happiness was never, never, ever not there for you. You just couldn't find it. So I think what you got to do is seek that happiness inside you. Take it out. Show it. Never leave it in and again. Because maybe if you didn't show it for a long time, one day you won't find it, and then you would truly get depressed. So look for that happiness and never give up on yourself. Till next time.